After what feels like the longest summer break ever, our big man, little man comedy combo has been reunited. Jim and Dave are back, everybody.
Yeah. Hello. Some players have initials on their boots, or their kids' names, or their family names. Not Jordan Pickford.
Yeah. Weird name for his kid, isn't it?
Yeah, very weird, yeah. It's 2018, so... Yeah. Do you know what? It's really good to see Arsene Wenger back on his feet, although in a different sport.
There he is. He didn't see it. He says he didn't see it.
Didn't see it.
What can you do?
Well, it's been a crazy start to the season. The biggest thing, of course, the transfer window closed before the season, which is the first thing for us. And it was quite a busy window for a lot of clubs. For example, here's Klopp with Liverpool's latest signing, right there, looking very happy. Here's Sarri with Chelsea's latest signing. There he is. And here's Pochettino with Spurs' latest signing. There you go.
It's going to be a hell of a player.
Oh, yeah. Now, the biggest news, actually, away from England was Gerard Piqué, Spain international, retired from football this week. And judging by his performance against Man City, Mesut Ozil retired from club football as well.
Yes, which is nice.
Yeah. We were going to get a still, but he disappeared. We couldn't see him. Finally then, Unai Emery, of course, was the Arsenal manager, got off to a defeat against Man City. And he also got big criticism from Arsenal Fan TV's latest contributor. It's going to be a long season. Cardiff drew 0-0 with Newcastle at the weekend. Not a great game. Cardiff still looking for their first win since getting promoted back to the Premier League. And guys, I don't know who's going to finish higher, Cardiff or Vincent Tan's trousers. Oh, that must be quite painful. At Palace, fans have been warned about sitting near the goal with Benteke shooting. Yeah, they were warned. And this week, Eagles boss Roy Hodgson got into a war of words with Watford mascot Harry the Hornet. And Harry obviously came out on top because Watford did win. And after the game, Harry said he was buzzing.
Get out. Stop it.
He was buzzing. Good.
Pep Guardiola, not a great week for Man City, losing in the Champions League. Some people, his critics, say that he doesn't give youth a chance, but we can actually unveil his latest signings now. Look at it. It's exciting talent.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah. Less wing-backs, more bingo wing-backs.
Boo. Boo.
It's a strong start.
Oh, wow, that's the level.
Take us. Most fans watching a City lose at home to Lyon would have been disappointed, but not this fan, who embraced technology just to rewatch Aguero's league-winning goal from 2012 against QPR. Yeah. Forget if you're losing, just go to your happy place in your VR headset.
What a great idea. Great idea. It was a bad week for Cristiano Ronaldo this week, sent off on his Champions League debut against Valencia for Juve. One man in Barcelona was quite happy about that. Loved it.
Get him. It's been revealed that Tottenham's new stadium could be delayed again, possibly even until next year, January or February. But then I'm not really sure why Tottenham fans are so angry about waiting. They've waited for a league title for 57 years.
Hey!
Come on, we got it! You want some?
Oh, yeah.
I'll take you.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
A lot of Arsenal fans in. A lot of Arsenal fans in today. They love that one. Finally, then, in response to being labelled a one-man team, Palace have released their latest squad photo. There he is.
Jim and Dave are here in the audience, everybody.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hello.
You must be gutted because Donald Trump got more laughs from the United Nations than you've had in your careers, which is a good effort. But it's lovely to have you back.
Yeah, we're hoping he might do some writing for us. But
Anyway, what did you spot this week in the footballing world?
Well, what a week it's been. What a week. And I'm glad it's the weekend. If I could describe my week this week, I think I could do it entirely in Phil Jones's facial expressions. Here we have Monday morning. Here's how I was feeling Tuesday morning. Wednesday morning was a bit rough. Couldn't help myself Thursday morning. But then here we are, Friday morning. Then I'm ready for Friday night.
Oh, yeah.
Saturday morning. And Sunday. What a week. What a week.
What a week. Jose Mourinho and Pogba, their feud continues. He's the latest player that Mourinho's fallen out with. But Jose has responded this week by letting us know how many players at United still like him. Just the three. Just 3. Yeah.
Tough crowd. Spurs got back to winning ways in Carabao Cup through penalties this week, playing, of course, in Milton Keynes, their 3rd different home stadium. In fact, 3. That's more trophies than they've won in the last 27 years.
Every week. Every week. Dave and I are massive fans of FIFA, mainly because I beat him very easily most weeks. Today, FIFA 19 is out. And the best feature is that Petr Cech wears his bobble hat during contract negotiations.
That's amazing.
He just can't take it off.
That is authentic.
Yeah.
And look, I'm sorry, I may have been very harsh to Spurs fans over the last few weeks, but speaking of FIFA, we can now reveal what the new £1 billion Spurs stadium looks like on that game.
Yeah. It's authentic.
What a week. When that Aston Villa fan threw that cabbage, football fans across the world just said, who takes a cabbage to a football match? Ready for the game? Wallet, keys, phone. Oh, nearly forgot my cabbage.
The club initially backed him, and then they heard, what, someone's thrown a cabbage? He's out. He's got to go.
Yeah.
He's got to go. Think of all those Arsenal fans for years trying to get rid of Arsene Wenger. Turns out all you do is throw a cabbage.
That's all you need. All those hours of YouTube footage. It's now actually a genuine police investigation, which means, of course, they will have to face the question of, so what are you in for? Well, I threw a cabbage at Steve Bruce. How about you? Armed robbery. Oh, similar. Very similar. But to be fair to the fans, you know, Steve Bruce, he was on a massive salary. So, you know.
And to be fair, the defence did have a lot of leaks in it.
Anyone? Any takers for the leaks? No, okay, cool. Croatia fans are being punished by UEFA and having to play behind closed doors. Of course, a much more severe punishment would be forcing them to watch the Nations League. That's rubbish.
Straight in there, straight in. Meanwhile, this week, Antoine Griezmann had the most Antoine Griezmann gender reveal party ever. Check this out. It's a boy. Meanwhile, Christian Benteke's child is now 21 and he still has no idea what gender it is.
John Terry has retired now, and Chelsea have said no one will wear that number 26 shirt, mainly because he's taken it with him, along with short socks, boots, in case they win anything this season. He'll be back. He'll be back. Just before we go, Siri, could you please sum up the state of Newcastle United in one image? Ooh. There it is. That's
what is that?
Is Alan Shearer.
Alan Shearer, greatest Premier League goal scorer. And if you think, wait, that doesn't look anything like Alan Shearer. Yeah, it does. It's a picture of Alan Shearer.
That's spot on.
That's a great tattoo. That's a really good tattoo. Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much, Jim and Dave, everybody. Thank you very much, Jim.
I think we should leave them behind closed doors.
Yes, we should. I think we should. Well, thank you, Jim and Dave. We'll see you same time next week.
I'm crying here. And I don't know why people were so surprised to see Raheem Sterling play so well against Croatia. Remember, that game was played in an empty stadium, so it was a similar atmosphere to a Man City home game. So, sorry, have we got any Man City fans in? Exactly.
So we went down Stamford Bridge this week to some filming at Chelsea, which we'll see in the coming weeks. And they've got an interesting thing. On the walls outside the ground, they've got their players doing their best thing. For example, they've got Willian doing skills. Ooh, there he is. They've got Cahill doing headers. Nice. There he is. And they've got Morata missing chances.
Stick to what he does best. Yeah. Up in Manchester, United have released their new Jose Mourinho advent calendar. As you can see, his days are numbered.
Hey, very nice.
Already, festive gags already. Yeah. Come on. So we had to dig pretty deep, of course. It was the international break, and we found that Usain Bolt made his professional football debut, and he actually scored twice, which is one more than Alexis Sanchez this season. Oh. And it's more wins than Germany have got in the Nations League, and more laughs than I've ever had on this show. So it's not a bad substitute appearance, to be fair.
By some way. As well.
And I just want him to go into coaching, preferably alongside Roy Keane, so we can refer to them as the Fast and the Furious.
Nice.
That would be nice. That would be my preference.
Yeah. Finally, then Thierry Henry is the new Monaco coach. He was unveiled this week. There he is, and he clearly got the job after having an interview on Skype.
Trackies. More bad news for Manchester United. They've actually been charged by UEFA after pitch invaders got within 6 yards of Cristiano Ronaldo, which is considerably closer than any of the United defenders got. So expect them to turn out for the club next week.
Now, I haven't seen an away team dominate at Old Trafford that much since Derby last month.
Yeah, smashed them. Absolutely smashed them.